This is the day after my CPO hearing against that bigot. And looking back at the case, I'm completely amazed at what a bumbling idiot his attorney was. It's either his attorney is very incompetent or he understands that his client is just an idiot. Because all the counter evidence that he presented, it was a bunch of it, but it had absolutely nothing to do with the case. It was just a bunch of clips and nonsense from 22 years ago. From my years of being on YouTube. Again, from my years of being on YouTube, I understand one thing extremely clear. When people have no argument against you, they go for the Hail Mary and try to pull up your criminal record. I broke the law 22 years ago. I got arrested for a fraud charge. I was 19, 20 years old. And I haven't broke the law since. I did my time, paid my fines, completed my entire sentence. I'm 100% square with the law. Even the judge was looking at the attorney kind of weird. What does all this have to do with the racist and bigoted shit that his client said about me? Often when your haters are people who are going against you online or in real life, when they have no argument, they try to defame you. And I was just tickled, extremely tickled, that this supposedly high-priced lawyer came to court and that's all he had. I called his office to see how much he costs for a CPO hearing. This bigot had to pay a $4,000 retainer. And then his attorney charges $400 per hour. And I promise you, his attorney has already overbilled for that retainer, meaning he's put in more than 10 hours of work. At $400 an hour, that $4,000 retainer is gone. For nothing. His attorney used the typical shock and awe tactic that they use on idiots. He presented his client with a bunch of bullshit that had nothing to do with the case, knowing his client is too dumb to know the difference. This bigot was probably like, oh, yeah, we're gonna get him, we got him, yeah, use that. His client was a Marine. Marines are not known for their intelligence. They're just dumb people that sign up to be put on the front line. Sorry, my phone rang and I forgot where I was at. I was saying that Marines are essentially dumb people who sign up to go on the front line and essentially eat bullets and traumatize themselves for a country that gives two fucks about them. If America really cared about its Marines, its service members, there wouldn't be so many homeless veterans on the street holding up signs and begging for food. Almost every homeless guy in America, well, maybe that's a stretch. Most of the homeless people in America are veterans. And the fact that his client was a grunt, meaning in the infantry, means he was too stupid to get a job that required any type of intelligence. His only worth to the U.S. government was to grab a pew-pew, go to the front line, and die. And based upon this biggest job history that I was able to track down, all he's able to do is construction and landscaping at like the entry level, at the lower level. The same type of work that the immigrants who he hates do every single day. So this idiot getting online, bragging about being a Marine, bragging about murdering Muslim children, the only job he can get is essentially mowing people's fucking lawns and transporting shit locally in a truck. But I suspect he lost that transport job due to his DUIs. Imagine being so fucking dumb that even your attorney that you're paying hustled you. That's why he came to court with 2 legal aids. It was all an act, all a theater, a show to put on for his stupid client. And I can tell that the bigot was getting really frustrated. Because no matter how much his attorney tried to corner me or trap me up with some shit, I always shot back, always countered. The bigot was next to his attorney. He was sighing in frustration. He was grunting, even slightly banging the table in front of him. I really hope this is the same attorney he uses for the criminal case, because the state prosecutor is gonna fucking run him through the mill. His attorney, again, is either a fucking idiot or he's just hustling his client. His attorney tried hard to get under my skin, and I just laughed. One thing about being a YouTuber with a big channel is it makes you quick on your feet. I go back and forth with people every single day. And being a reaction channel, my strength is reacting to what other people say and do. And I come up with shit like that, counters really quickly. This was just another reaction video to me. And the ice cream on the cake here for me was after the CPO got thrown out. Like, the civil protection order really means nothing in the scheme of things because he still has a criminal no contact order, no stalking order against him because he's been arraigned and criminally charged for telecommunication harassment and menacing, coupled with him already being a convicted felon and being on probation. That idiot's looking at some time. But he walked out of that courtroom with a grin on his face. And in my mind, I'm like, man, his attorney really got a sucker here. The CPO was thrown out not because of anything his attorney said. CPO was thrown out because the bigot knows how to make indirect threats. So in order to have a CPO, you need a direct threat. Essentially saying, I'm gonna grab this pew-pew and I'm gonna unalive your entire family. That's a direct threat. What he did is he indirectly threatened me, and he did. He knows I'm a devout practicing Muslim. So he made a point to tell me that he has unalived people like me during his deployment. That's a indirect threat. He made a point to tell me that he has unalived Muslim children and he enjoyed it. That's an indirect threat, knowing that I'm a Muslim man and that I have Muslim children. So that's why the civil protection order got thrown out. Again, it's civil. It doesn't really mean shit. The criminal shit is what matters. And that's what's gonna stick. Just thinking about the evidence counter evidence that was presented is fucking laughable. One of the things was his wife sent me a message on my YouTube channel, commented, and she cussed at me. And I told her to watch her mouth. That was some of his counter evidence. I told his wife to watch her mouth for cussing at me on my YouTube channel. I told her to come at me correctly. And that was honestly the height of his counter evidence against a man who bragged about murdering Muslim children to a Muslim man. Against a man who called me a black Muslim piece of shit. Against a man who said this is a white Christian neighborhood and that I need to leave, that people like me aren't welcome here. Again, bigots are not known for being intelligent. And not to mention, I still can't get over how short this guy is. Like, he is so short that he has to wobble. Like, this motherfucker wobbles when he walks because he's short. Don't the Marines have a height requirement? Or are they that desperate for frontline idiots that they let a fucking dwarf, a leprechaun, enlist? Again, like, I'm 6'2", 230 pounds. If I was wounded on the field, that fucker couldn't carry me. His rucksack is bigger than fucking him. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. I have some more videos I'm doing this weekend, so stay tuned. Love y'all. Peace.